Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie. For those who are new here and for those who are not, welcome back. Today I'll be doing a tutorial using the new collection with Becky G and Colourpop. I came up with this look right here, but before we get started, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe before you guys leave. As well as don't forget to hit that notification bell just so you guys are notified for any future videos. As well as follow me on all my social media. I will leave everything on the screen as usual. And yeah, if you guys want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. Okay, so starting off, I'm going to be taking my Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Sand, a flat concealer brush. I'm going to be carving out my brows, and I'm going to be dragging the rest of the product onto my eyelid, so creating a base for my eyeshadow, and I'm not going to be setting it with powder this time. So I want it to be a little bit more tacky. Okay, so I'm just blending out the concealer using my beauty blender. Again, I did not set that concealer. I want that tacky texture for my first shade, which is going to be Sangria. And I'm just taking that on a small little brush. This one's from a Smashbox brush or from a palette that I've had before. It's really, really old. So I'm going to start to stamp the color on top of that concealer. I'm not going to be blending it out just yet. I kind of just want to lay that color out first. Just kind of build up the consistency of it. Or the intensity of it. Does that make sense? Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is where I start to kind of blend it just a little bit, just to kind of lay like the groundwork for our next color. So I'm just taking that same brush and a little bit more, oh my gosh, and a little bit more product and kind of starting to blend out the edges, just so it's not as harsh when I put the second color on top of that. Okay, now that that's a little bit blended, I'm going to go in with the color Lola, and I'm going to apply that right on top of where we started to blend our last color. So we're initially just putting our transition color on now, just to kind of blend everything together. And I do go back and forth with that Sangria color and kind of blend everything together, add a little bit more color, make sure that there's no harsh lines. Okay, so now I'm taking the same concealer I was using and a flat concealer brush. I'm going to start to kind of outline my halo. I always start doing the middle and kind of winging my concealer towards the outside. So I start to get the shape of how high I want it and how thick I want to create the top of my halo eye, if that makes any sense. And then I go ahead and start to fill right in the center of my eye. I don't go too too thick in the center, just because I already know I'm going to go ahead and start to blend it out with a brush. Oh my gosh, I can't talk today. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, yes, I started to kind of blend it out with a flat brush. That's why I don't want to go too far out with the concealer, just because I already know I'm going to spread out the product with that flat brush. Okay, now that everything is all blended out, I'm taking a flat brush and taking the color Lola and applying it right into the center of my eye and at the top of where I kind of cut the halo eye. I'm not applying, I guess I do kind of apply a lot of it towards the outside, but I try to focus more of the color into the center of the eye, just because I know I'm going to be blending out the sides with that other color Sangria, and you'll start to see that in a little bit. Okay, so to start to blend out the outer corners, I'm going to go in with the color Sangria and just applying that on the outer edge of the halo eye, just to kind of create a little bit more depth. And then we are going to go ahead and deepen it up later on. And I do go ahead and apply a little bit of that shade Lola in the center just to kind of brighten it up. Once we start to blend everything out, you kind of start to lose a little bit of that color. So we always want to kind of add a little bit more on top of that just to kind of make the eyeshadow pop. Okay, so now to add a little bit more depth into this eye makeup, we're going to go in with the color Cafecito and a small little eyeshadow brush. This one's the BeBella NG 327, I believe. I'll have everything down below, but we're just going to add that color right into the outer corners on the center and on the outside just to add a little bit more depth. And then I just went in with the black shadow just to add a little bit more of that smoky effect. I just used the one from the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. You can use any black eyeshadow, honestly. But I just used this one just because that's the only one I had close to me. And I'm just going to apply my lashes. These are from Tata lashes in the style Hope. I've used this in my last video as well. I'll have my discount code down below if you guys want to save a little bit money on these lashes. Okay, so for primer, I'm going with this Tarte one. I think this is the Quench one. It's from the Rainforest of their Sea Lion. Of the Sea Lion? Is that what I said? The Rainforest of the Sea Line. It's just called Quench. I'm guessing the Quench primer. I don't know. That's what it says on there. I'm guessing that's what the name is. I'm applying that all over my face and then applying my foundation on top of that using my beauty blender. And this is the Marc Remarcable foundation, shade 29. And then going in with my Tarte concealer in the shade Light Sand and blending that out with my beauty blender. I'm going to go ahead and set my concealer using my Maybelline Fit Me translucent powder. I don't remember what the name of it is or what shade it is. I'm guessing it's the lightest one, but I do recommend to go a little darker because sometimes if I don't blend it out correctly, it looks pretty white. So just go ahead and be cautious of that. And to set the rest of my face, I'm going in with the Mercier, yeah, it was pretty dirty, Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder in the shade number 2. Okay, so to bring a little bit more color back into my face, I'm going to go in with the Park Avenue Princess palette from Tarte, and I'm going in with the color Angle. I'm just going to bronze up the skin underneath my cheekbones, underneath my jaw, on the temples of my forehead, or my temples of my forehead. I don't know. I'm bringing color back into my face by bronzing my face is what I'm trying to tell you. To contour a little bit more, I'm going in with the color Princess Cut from that same Tarte palette and just contouring underneath my cheeks. I don't really do very much. It's just kind of bring a little bit more definition into my face. To use for blush, I am using the MAC what color is this? Raisin, and I did put a little bit too much, but I'll go ahead and blend that out. Trust me, I'm not gonna look like a clown, okay? Okay, to finish off the eyes, I'm first going to go in with the color Sangria and apply that all underneath my eye, blending that out. I do bring it pretty far down just because I want that red to kind of pop. And then I'm going to go ahead and deepen that up using the color Cafecito and using an even smaller brush and applying that a little bit closer to the lash line. Now to deepen up the lash line, I'm going to go into my Soft Glam palette and take that black and just apply it really, really, really close to the lash line just to kind of smoke it out a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and line my waterline using my Tarte Double Take liner. This is the one that has the liquid liner on one side and the pencil liner on the other side. I'm just going to go ahead and line my waterline, and then I'm using this is just like a regular white eyeliner. pencil liner. I do prefer the NYX one. I just haven't gotten a backup of it just because I ran out of mine. I'm going to use that as my base for my inner corner highlight, and I'm going to be mixing Estrella and Celosa and applying that on top of that white liner. And yeah. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara to my bottom lash line. Anyways, okay, so then for my highlight, I did go ahead and mix both of the highlights that came in the collection. I'm just gonna highlight the top of my cheekbones, the bottom of my nose, the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and everywhere else. So in this collection, there was 5 liquid lipsticks that came with it. And I went ahead and just used the color Cholat. I just thought it looked really good with this eye makeup. I went ahead and applied it with a thin brush. That way I didn't have to use a lip liner. I went ahead and applied that. And then I sprayed my face with the Mario Badescu facial spray just to kind of set everything in. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe before you guys leave. As well as don't forget to hit that notification bell just so you guys are notified for any future videos. As well as don't forget to follow me on all my social media. I will leave everything on the screen as usual. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Se les olvide, oh my god, Colourpop y ya no.